KPFX and HD1, Kindred, Fargo, Moorhead.
And KDLB HD3, Frazee, Detroit Lakes.
Let's rock! Locally owned and operated by Radio FM Media. We are your Bison Nation station.
And number one for classic rock that really rocks. 107.9. The Fox.
Now, here's today's headlines with the Fox Morning Show.
On 107.9, The Fox.
Good morning and welcome.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
It's too early.
Too early?
So early.
What day is it?
Today is National Hot Sauce Day.
You want hot sauce? Is this spicy?
That's, hot sauce.
Hot sauce? Holy hot sauce.
Too spicy, too spicy.
It burned the crap out of my tongue, but I love it.
Happy National Hot Sauce Day.
It's showtime.
Oh.
I love hot sauce.
Oh, my God, yeah. Yeah.
We have like a million jars of it. Like so many stupid flavors, too. Somebody got us one of those Christmas, like, collections, you know? There's like 36 of them in there or something dumb.
I got one of those last Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm still using some of those.
I think they're from Kohl's or Penny's. I don't know where they shop.
They're all good, man. It's just, that's a lot of hot sauce. And I got some more for Christmas from somebody else this year. 3-4 bottles of it. So.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with it.
No.
It's the gift that fits everybody.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
If you like hot sauce.
So welcome to it. Hot Sauce Day and our Fox forecast getting hotter. Yeah, that winter weather advisory that they issued yesterday still in effect until 9 this morning because of a slight chance of a wintry mix in the area. Otherwise, 20s today, maybe 30 tomorrow. And then after that, it looks like 30s for the next couple of weeks.
Wow.
I know, right? That full Fox forecast anytime at 1079thefox.com. We're sitting at 21 this morning at 6:04.
Welcome to it. 22nd day of January already. Oh, well, it's Monday, but here's what's shaking in our corner of the globe. Fargo Police Academy begins training 14 new recruits. With the recruits, will complete 13 weeks of education directly from active duty officers and detectives working for Fargo PD. The use of police officers as teachers is unique to Fargo Police Academy, as well as the process of hiring trainees as employees of the police station while they receive their on-the-job training. In total, the students will complete over 400 hours of education before they can be fully licensed police officers. Busiest year on record for Hector International Airport.
Oh.
Yep, that was a good year, and some work has already begun to expand inside the airport. Construction of the terminal expansion is planned to begin in this spring. It will take anywhere from 3 to 4 years to complete. Plus that parking garage, which we needed 20 years ago.
Yeah.
That's going to be great.
Yeah, I feel like they've said this 2 or 3 years in a row now, so each year it keeps getting bigger and better.
Getting bigger and bigger. Yep. And all that means for us is we're going to have more destinations. They're just going to spread our quote-unquote wings a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, congrats. Team North Dakota takes third in the World Snow Sculpting Championship, which took place yesterday down in Stillwater, Minnesota.
Nice.
I guess teams from around the world went to Stillwater to create snow sculptures while competing for prize money. So Team North Dakota took third. Team Turkey took second, and Canada took first place.
All right.
So way to go.
Yeah.
That's cool. Let's see, a new list of the weirdest things left behind in hotels last year include dentures, witchcraft paraphernalia, and prosthetic limbs.
Oh, wow.
All three of those things I'll take if anybody for the haunt, for my charity haunted house. Those are great.
I don't think prosthetics get left behind. Do you not realize, hey, I'm missing something, and I'm not sure what it is. Is it my phone, my wallet? What is it? Oh, my right arm.
I think I left it in the car. I think it's charging. I don't know. About 1 in 4 Americans claim they can feel it in their joints when a storm is coming, but is that really a thing? Yes. When the air pressure drops, it can cause the tissue of your joints to swell, and it can also cause headaches.
Yeah.
A radio station in southeastern Oklahoma is off the air after thieves cut down a broadcast tower just for the copper in the cables.
I heard about this.
They got about $100 in copper.
Wow.
And about $500,000 in damages.
Well, those DJs aren't working this morning.
Well,
Lucky for them.
A long weekend. It sucks. Contractor working on a remodeling job in Washington State was removing a bathtub from a home when he found a grenade in the wall.
Ooh. Yikes.
And a man arrested at a bagel shop in Pittsburgh last Friday for being naked. He was also drunk.
Oh.
Well, I'm sure he didn't get for it. Where are you going to put those dozen donuts? He must be drunk. And finally, Sports Illustrated can no longer afford to publish its magazine. Did you hear about
They
this?
laid off everybody, right?
Yeah, it won't make a difference in my dentist office. I think they ran their subscription off in like 2004. So I'm
Looking at the same ones over
and over again. Oh, look who's retiring. No, that's your news for right now.
All right. Hey, coming up this morning, it's your first chance to win tickets to see Hairball. Make sure you're listening at 7:35 a.m. for that. And then later this morning, a recap of Sam's quick picks from this weekend's NFL playoffs. And what a crazy weekend in the NFL playoffs it was. We will check that scoreboard for you next.
And the kick is no good! A little prophecy! Tyler Bass has struggled, and he just misses the kick.
That was tough.
Man, what a game, though, huh?
Yeah,
it was like
sure.
a heavyweight bout.
It sure was.
Each opponent, taking a hit, taking another hit. Boom, boom. Yeah.
Yeah, no blowouts.
No. Chiefs ended up beating the Bills 27-24 after that missed 44-yard field goal that went wide right. The Bills, they're like the AFC version of the Vikings in the NFC.
Yeah.
They've been to 4 Super Bowls, lost all 4 just like the Vikes.
It was like Atlanta all over again.
And, they miss field goals to the right, while we miss field goals to the left. That's the only difference. Right?
And we know the heartbreak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Travis Kelce scored 2 TDs in that game. He dedicated one to Swiftie. Gave her the heart sign after he scored. But Travis's brother was there in the suite. This dude's retired now. Remember, Jason Kelce retired after the Eagles got bounced.
Right, yeah. He's up there slugging beers, got his shirt off.
He's shirtless, crushing beers, living life. Yeah!
I knew it. I said that last week. All he wants to do is get close to his brother's girlfriend.
Right. So we will have more on this. That's Jason Kelce later this hour, because him in the suite has blown up all over social media. It's pretty funny. It's worth talking about more into that again later. But with that win, now the Chiefs will be in Baltimore next Sunday. They'll be taking on the Ravens for the AFC Championship. The Ravens taking care of the Texans back there on Saturday. Meanwhile, Cody Mauch and the Bucs lost to the Lions 31-23. They, too, had a chance. They were driving there at the end. And Baker threw an interception. So the Lions now will travel to San Francisco to take on the Niners in the NFC Championship game next Sunday. We'll have to check in with old Sarah later this week to see if she's going to make the trip all the way out to the Bay Area.
Going the other way now.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And, of course, we'll have to check in with your witch doctor, too, to see how he's doing after the Packers lost.
Yes.
He didn't quite get that love potion down.
Well, I'm not surprised. He's a terrible witch doctor.
It's not the best one.
No, he's terrible.
All right, so, yeah, we'll have to check in with him as soon as we can. Meanwhile, hey, the Wild are getting healthier, and guess what? They're winning. 5-2 last night against the Canes. They've won 3 now in their last 4. They got the Caps at home on Tuesday. Tonight on TV, the Wolves will be hosting the Hornets. That's your Fox Sports. That Fox forecast again with a winter weather advisory till 9 this morning. There's a slight chance of a wintry mix in the area. 20s for the high today and maybe 30 tomorrow. Check it out for yourself anytime at 1079thefox.com. We've got 21 already at 614.
So $10,000 if you're willing to give your phone up for a month. No problem, man. Sign me up. We'll talk about it coming up.
Now here's the Fox Morning Show.
107.9 The Fox.
Oh, I already know the answer to this question. I don't know why I'm bothering to ask you, Dave. But would you be willing to give up your smartphone for 1 month in exchange for $10,000?
Yes. I think you would too, though.
I think I would.
As long as, do I get some kind of phone?
Well, here's the deal. So it's a new campaign inspired by Dry January that will give 10 people $10,000 each for giving up their smartphone for a full month.
Easy.
Now, it's from the fancy yogurt brand Siggy's, and they are doing it because the average person, they say, spends 5.4 hours on their phones each day. That's a lot.
Dude, that's a of your waking day. Think about it. What is that, a good 30 or maybe?
Yeah, right.
A 30-year waking day. That's a lot.
And they believe in the power of living a simpler life with fewer distractions. So if you're interested, you can apply on their website from now through the end of the month, January 31st. You'll need to write a 100 to 500-word essay on why you need a digital detox. You can do it. 100 words, Dave?
Yeah, it's true.
Put a lot of adjectives in.
Put a lot of ums in there.
Exactly.
And reallys and
right.
supers.
So here's what you get. You'll get a 1-month prepaid flip phone to use, so you're not actually without a phone completely.
All right, so I don't have an excuse. Marge can still get a hold of me.
That's right. Plus you get a 3-month supply of yogurt. And a lockbox for you to put your smartphone in for the full month.
Okay.
All right.
Easy money.
Yeah, I'd be willing for $10,000.
10G, yeah. 4 short weeks.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Do I get to pick the month?
It doesn't say.
I'd want to do it in a summer month when I wouldn't have my phone anyway.
Okay.
You know, so much to do outside.
Sure.
The winter, I'm usually crying. It's dark.
I see here in the fine print, they will announce the winners on February 15th, and then the actual digital detox would start right after that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, spring's close enough. I'm in.
All right.
More calling Orson. Come in, Orson.
Now, here's the Fox Morning Show.
With Nerd News.
Nanu.
On 107.9, the Fox.
Oh, it's time for some nerd news.
Oh, yeah.
All aboard the brain train this Monday morning. So rumors have been swirling that the James Webb Telescope found alien life, and that NASA was actually getting ready to announce it, but it sounds like it may have been a little overblown. Okay.
Oh, so we're talking like microbial or something charming like that. We're not talking something looking back at us.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Now, they have confirmed they found a planet 120 light years from us called K2-18b.
So it would take us at the speed of light 120 years to get there.
Correct. And they say they have found life on this planet. The evidence was found last fall, but it's all those things that you just talked about. It wasn't actual real aliens that are standing up walking around.
We're talking maybe a plant or something, or if we're lucky.
So experts have been pushing back on this, saying finding potential biosignatures is very different than finding full-on aliens.
Well, sure, yeah, sentient life and stuff like that. Sure, you can make a salad when you get there.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's going to be good to eat.
Now, in other space news, that doomed moon lander that we told you about.
The one that ran out of juice?
Yep. Well, it's finally fallen back to Earth.
Oh, no. Our names are on that.
Yep. It burned up over the South Pacific. It had a lot of random stuff on board. Besides your and Margie's name.
Yep.
It included several people's cremated ashes, too.
I'd heard that. Yeah, I'd heard that.
Yeah.
Which that's still cool. Your cremated ashes, okay, maybe they're not on the moon, but you re-entered Earth's atmosphere.
That's true.
In a blaze of glory. So that's kind of cool, too, right?
Now you're shark bait.
Sure. Or in the backyard of some Canadian dude's home. Along with a door plug.
And then how about this? A study at Washington State found the exact neurons in the brain that give potheads the munchies. Now, this is cool because they say it could lead to refined therapeutics to help give cancer patients more of an appetite.
More of an appetite. All right. Good.
Yeah.
See? Yep.
Yeah. They found the munchie neuron.
Well, how about that? I know it's always been there. I just never find it.
When I'm bored, I seem to find that munchie neuron.
You need weed for that. 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It fires off pretty good.
Late at night, make a trip to the fridge.
Ooh, there's old Chinese food in there.
Ooh, look at that. Lucky. Score.
This is the Fox Morning Show.
Now, here's what's trending on 107.9 The Fox.
Oh, there's his brother. Says right on. That's Jason.
Oh, man. Well, if you're tired of seeing Taylor Swift and Brittany Mahomes embrace after every Kansas City Chiefs touchdown, now enter Jason Kelce, Travis's brother, who was in the suite last night.
Player 4 has entered the game.
He's shirtless. He's puffing out his hairy barrel-shaped body and bellowing like a Viking with a can of Labatt's Blue Light in one hand. This guy, he's retired. He's ready to party.
But he's drinking Labatt's?
Well, he's close to Canada last night in Buffalo.
Yeah, that's true. Up in Buffalo. That's true. That's true.
Even at one point, he hopped out of the luxury box, just jumped out the window, and crushed a beer with some of the Bills fans.
Nice.
Then jumped back in. So he totally upstaged Swiftie last night. Totally.
Well, I bet you didn't like that.
Well, judging by all the comments that we got from the picture on our fan page on Facebook at 1079thefox.com, most people are okay with that.
Debbie Johnson says, it's not too bad we can't see Taylor. Yeah. John Kembitz wrote, sexiest man right there, folks. Who hell votes for this award?
Cassie actually makes a really good point. She goes, I can't get over how small that beer looks in his hand.
Yeah, that's true.
It does. It does look small. Is the Labatt's blue beer can smaller than normal size?
Is he
can?
drinking little ponies over there? What's going on?
Yeah.
Kelce.
Yeah, Tess says, I just love this guy. He gives me hope for the millennials. Ha. Cindy said, what a nut. Cool and crazy. Randy says, love him.
Yeah, Mikey Platford says he did a bunch of shots with Bill's Mafia before the game, too.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's fun. That's cool. Good for you, man. Letting your hair down. Letting your belly out.
Yeah, it's like Mikey said, enjoying his retirement. Effing awesome.
Andrea says that she and Judy think that Travis is going to announce his retirement as soon as the Chiefs have finished the season, that he and Jason are retired together. Probably go in the Hall of Fame together, they said. I'm thinking more of a Waffle House.
Then they'll just be crashing luxury boxes at Taylor Swift concerts.
With waffles.
That was fun. That was nice to see that he supports his brother. I assume we'll see it again next weekend in Baltimore.
Right on.
Now, here's today's headlines with the Fox Morning Show.
On 107.9 The Fox.
Good morning and welcome.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
It's too early.
Too early?
So early.
What day is it?
Today is National Hot Sauce Day.
You want hot sauce? Is this spicy?
That's, hot sauce.
Hot sauce?
Holy hot sauce.
Too spicy, too spicy.
It burned the crap out of my tongue, but I love it.
Happy National Hot Sauce Day.
It's showtime.
That crap's good on everything.
Yeah, right?
It is. Popcorn, eggs, whatever you got.
Frank it up.
You bet.
Yeah, love the hot
Pop-Tarts.
sauce.
They're all good.
There you go. Hey, that might help me like
Why don't you
Pop-Tarts
try
more.
it? Yeah, it's hot and savory.
Yeah, you bet. Well, welcome to it. Here it is. We're back at it, but the weather is only getting better. That Fox forecast does have a winter weather advisory posted for this morning till 9. Some areas maybe seeing a little bit of a wintry mix. Not so much here in the metro, though. But we will stay steady in the 20s because we're already there. And then by tomorrow, maybe 30. And it looks like we're going to remain in the 30s for the next at least 10 days.
How about that?
Wow, right?
Bring it.
Have full Fox forecast anytime at 1079thefox.com. We've got 21 at 7:05.
Welcome to it. Your Monday, the 22nd day already of the new year. Here's what's shaking in our corner of the globe. Fargo Police Academy begins training 14 new recruits. I love that movie. 13 weeks of educated directly from active duty officers and detectives working with Fargo PD. The use of police officers as teachers is unique to Fargo Police Academy, as well as the process of hiring trainees as employees of the police station while they receive on-the-job training. In total, the students are going to complete over 400 hours of education before they can be fully licensed police officers. Busiest year on record for Hector International Airport. They did all the numbers from all the way to last December, and well, it's a new record, and
wow.
They're already expanding. Some work has begun inside the airport. Construction of the terminal expansion is going to start this spring. It's going to take anywhere from 3 to 4 years to complete, along with the parking garage. I'm looking forward to that.
Right?
Team North Dakota takes third in the World Snow Sculpting Championship, which happened yesterday in Stillwater, Minnesota. Teams from around the world travel there to create the snow sculptures while competing for big prize money. And the winners were, we took third, Turkey took second, and first place went to Canada, Team Fjord Witches.
Oh.
All right. Speaking of witches, a new list of the weirdest things left behind in a hotel last year included dentures, witchcraft paraphernalia, and prosthetic limbs.
Weird. How do you leave that behind?
Because it costs an arm and a leg. Around 1 in 4 Americans claiming they can feel it in their joints when a storm is coming, but is that really a thing? Turns out, yes. When air pressure drops, it can cause the tissues in your joints to swell, and it can also cause headaches. So if you're sensitive to that sort of thing.
Or when the cows huddle into the corner of a pasture.
Grouping up, yep. Yeah. Or standing under their tree during a storm.
Yeah.
It smells like roast. A new gadget called NasoCalm can supposedly help you kick your allergies. Do you have allergies?
I do not, but my wife does.
Cats?
Really bad.
Cat allergy or no?
No.
Kind of allergy.
Like stuff in the air.
Okay.
Yeah, especially harvest season.
Well, you strap this thing to your face.
Do you?
And it electrocutes your nose. You can get it for $60.
Really?
Yeah. Valentine's Day's right around the corner, dude.
Nothing says love like
Wendy,
that.
put this on your face.
Oh, now electrocute yourself.
An American tourist was shocked when they ordered a burger cooked medium at a restaurant in Canada and had to sign a waiver so they couldn't sue if it made them sick. All burgers in Canada are supposed to be well done to avoid food poisoning.
Well, now there's some chains that are that way. My father-in-law.
Here in the States? I'm not surprised.
Yeah, because my father-in-law, he likes his burgers
damn near raw.
Right?
Yeah.
And so
warmed up, basically.
I don't remember where this was. It was like we were vacationing in Florida, I want to say.
Yeah, some places won't.
And they made him do the same thing.
Sign a waiver. Yeah. Well, as litigious as this world is nowadays, we probably got to, man. A 25-year-old dude in Indiana was arrested after rolling up to a Buffalo Wild Wings after they'd closed and trying to exchange drugs for fried pickles. They are good.
They are good.
2 of the workers he was negotiating with were minors. Well, I'll bet that made it even better.
Right.
And congratulations to Japan becoming the 5th country to land a craft on the moon.
Wow.
They did it. But they're the first country to land a craft dressed as giggling schoolgirls. So that... little ponytails and just adorable. All right, that's your news for right now.
All right, coming up this morning, your first chance to win tickets to Hairball here at about 7:35. Next hour, Sam Niederman and his quick picks from this past weekend's NFL playoffs. Speaking of the latest NFL news for you next in sports.
Placement down. Bass's kick is up, and the kick is no good! A little prophecy!
Wow,
Bass has
indeed.
struggled, and he just misses the kick.
Oh!
Yeah, both Marge and I gasped. We were like, no way!
As Viking fans, we can so relate to that.
Yeah!
And again, the Bills are like the AFC version of the Vikings. Of course, we're over there in the NFC where we miss our field goals to the left, they miss theirs to the right. That's
Mirror
the only
images.
difference.
Yeah.
Both teams have a history of losing and choking, especially in the big one where both teams have lost the Super Bowl 4 times. Yeah, this was the 7th meeting over the past decade between the Bills and the Chiefs. And it seems like it's pretty one-sided in the games that really matter. And that's, of course, in favor of Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, who won a thriller last night, 27-24, after that missed 44-yard field goal to the right. Travis Kelce scoring a couple of TDs. He dedicated one to Swiftie, gave her the heart sign. But it was his brother who stole the show.
Good.
He's up there in the luxury box, shirtless, crushing beers.
Making out with Swiftie. Argue kiss.
Actually, Jason's wife was there, too. And she had that look on her face, like she was in the background the whole time, like, yeah, that's my husband.
Is that her? Because there's a chick with a disgusted look on her face. That's hilarious.
Like, I'm just going to let him have fun. He just retired.
I'm starting the car.
There was a moment later in the game where you see Jason in the background behind Patrick's wife, Brittany Mahomes, and again Taylor Swift, and they're having fun, hugging each other. And in the background, there's Jason, still shirtless, chugging beers.
Got some wings.
That's right. So the Chiefs will head to Baltimore now to take on the Ravens in the AFC Championship next Sunday. The Ravens took care of the Texans back there on Saturday. Meanwhile, Cody Mauch and the Bucs almost did it, almost pulled off the upset in Detroit Rock City yesterday, but they lost to the Lions 31-23. They were driving there and
had a minute and a half left.
Yeah, Mayfield was picked off. It's tough when the defense knows you have to throw to get down the field. You drop a lot of guys back. So the Lions now, with their win, will head to San Francisco to take on the Niners next Sunday in the NFC Championship. We'll have to hook up with old Sarah later this week, the biggest Lions fan we know, besides Steve, of course. And then we do have to talk to your witch doctor, Dave, sometime this week to see how he's doing after the Packers lost.
Good. Not so smug now, are you?
Yeah, apparently he didn't get that love potion down correctly. I mean,
probably wearing the wrong Wizard's robe or something.
I noticed last week he had like a new bone in his nose. Maybe that had something to do with it.
I don't know, man. It looked like a woman's bone too, so it's weird. I don't know. And he was wearing a blouse.
Right. And
he was walking a poodle. So it was.
Witch doctors though.
I don't know. I feel like I'm done with that guy.
Meanwhile, on the ice there, our Wild, they're getting healthier, and they're winning. 5-2 last night against the Canes. That's their third win in 4 games. They're home to take on the Caps on Tuesday. Tonight on TV, our Wolves are hosting the Hornets. That's your Fox Sports, brought to you by Western State Bank. Western State Bank is your hometown bank in Fargo and West Fargo. That Fox forecast today, again, with a winter weather advisory this morning till 9. Staying steady in the 20s today and maybe 30 tomorrow. Check it out for yourself. That full Fox forecast at 1079thefox.com. 21 right now at 7:15.
Well, break out your crotchless chaps. We're going to do a weekend roundup.
Yeah! Now here's the Fox Morning Show
with a weekend roundup. Giddy up, y'all. Kriya!
On 107.9, The Fox.
Well, that's taken from Dave's phone. BTO at Shooting Star back there on Friday. That's how you started your weekend.
Packed house.
Nice.
Yep, sold out show, I believe. But, man, I come walking up and there's bus after bus pulled up in front of the place. I'm like, wow, and way parking back in the cheap seats, and get in there and, they didn't disappoint, not one bit. It's funny because it's Tal Bachman, his boy, is with him. So really, he said, and Randy said this, he says, Bachman Turner Overdrive's back because he's got another Bachman in the band with him,
Nice.
And Fred's still connected, Fred Turner, but he doesn't tour. He writes. So he's still connected to the band, and this is all per Randy. And, it's cool. His kid Tal also had the hit She's So High. 99 back, Aphrodite, that one.
Sure.
Yeah, that's him. And he played it. And everybody was like, first of all, the reason for the buses was the amount. I think it was all the rest homes because that was half the crowd. A lot of walkers, had to be careful getting around and stuff. But I was like, God bless you for getting out for one thing. There was a lot of blue hairs there. I loved it. But they didn't. I don't know if they recognized the tune or not. But, some of the younger cats did. And, we were like, wow. So that was
But obviously
neat.
They enjoyed all BTO's hits, Let It Ride, Taking Care of Business.
Every one of them. Yeah. Rock Is My Life, and he did some Guess Who, of course. And then, and the dude's got a career. Yeah. And the whole band's got a long florid career,
They got a good catalog to pick
They sure do. Boy, and they played them all.
So nice to see again, a great turnout.
It was a lot of fun.
I know as far as rock goes, the next rock act will be 3 Dog Night, and then after that, Quiet Riot. You might want to circle those dates and get to Shooting Star Casino.
Saw all the posters up there for that, too. I didn't see any country, so that's cool. So that's nice, yeah. But, the place is looking good.
Love it. We took in the Bison men's basketball game on Saturday. That was our highlight from the weekend. And the Bison have been struggling. They really needed this one. And Oral Roberts was in town, the defending champs.
Yeah, they're tough.
And in the end, it was a nail-biter once again. And this time, the Bison men pulled it out. They did it, and you could just see it on their faces, relief, like we finally got over that hump.
Yeah.
Nice to see that.
Yep, good for you. That's the mental boost you needed, too, maybe.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
So we got a lot of comments on our fan page on Facebook at 1079thefox.com. A lot of people out and about this past weekend. We'll go over those coming up.
You're listening to the Fox Morning Show.
Coming up next, Dave's Deep Thought.
107.9 The Fox. And now it's time for Dave's Deep Thought with your radio pal, Dave Jacobs.
On 107.9 The Fox.
Sometimes I wish you could order karma like flowers and have it delivered.
Dave's Deep Thought.
107.9 The Fox. Now here's the Fox Morning Show.
With a weekend roundup. Giddy up, y'all. Kriya!
On 107.9 The Fox.
All right, so on our fan page on Facebook at 1079thefox.com, what was the highlight of your weekend? And we got a lot of great comments.
Yeah, everybody had a great weekend, it looks like, for sure.
And a lot of them also went to the BTO concert, like Rick Simpson, who said going to the awesome BTO concert Friday night was definitely his highlight.
Yeah, Rico, that was a good show, wasn't it? Yep, Amy celebrated her mother-in-law turning 90. Congratulations, wow. That's cool.
Yeah, Leslie said simply having Saturday off. Good to hear that.
Yeah, especially if you don't.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed it for sure. Dave says Lions winning, so there's another Lions fan.
Angie said she sprained her ankle at work. Sorry to hear that. I'm guessing it's a highlight because now she doesn't have to go back to work for a while.
That, and she probably got out of doing something Saturday night so she could stay home and watch Svengoolie or something. I don't know. Tyler said he had a fancy dinner Friday night watching the Texans get eliminated yesterday, so that's always fun.
I wonder why they hate towards the Texans. They haven't done much in their short franchise history.
No, maybe it's carrying over from the Oilers or something. I don't know.
Sherry said getting out of the house due to the weather. I couldn't wait to finally get out. Apparently the weather was holding her captive.
It can. Well, you know, a little bit cold there for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Dan Fugu was cooking up storms, had all kinds of stuff he whipped up over the weekend. That's always nice, too. Something about that. Diane spending time with daughter and family and doing Jen sleep. Yeah, it's all the above is awesome.
Melissa said galactic bingo. I wonder what that is.
I wonder if that's like galactic bowling.
Yeah.
With the black lights and stuff.
Right, yeah.
Pot smoke.
Hey, Irene said taking in these snow sculptures in Stillwater.
Oh, good for you. The World Championships.
Yeah.
Down there that we were just talking about in the news.
Mm-hmm.
Marion said she was working, so I guess that was the highlight. Sorry, Marion. She works up at the convenience store in Leonard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I see Marion all the time. And then Marion added, like I do every weekend, well, what would we do without you, Marion?
And Sandy also said definitely the Detroit Lions winning.
Yeah, Michelle says watching the Packers lose. Hee. Lynette said same thing, watching the Packers lose.
Aww. Go ahead, tell us what your highlight was from the weekend on our fan page on Facebook at 1079thefox.com.
This is the Fox Morning Show.
Now trending. Now, here's what's trending on 107.9 The Fox.
Oh, there's his brother. Says right on. That's Jason.
Oh, man. Well, if you're tired of seeing Taylor Swift and Brittany Mahomes embrace after every Kansas City Chiefs touchdown, now enter Jason Kelce, Travis's brother, who was in the suite last night.
Player 4 has entered the game.
He's shirtless. He's puffing out his hairy barrel-shaped body and bellowing like a Viking with a can of Labatt's Blue Light in one hand. This guy, he's retired. He's ready to party.
But he's drinking Labatt's?
Well, he's close to Canada last night in Buffalo.
Yeah, that's true. Up in Buffalo. That's true.
Even at one point, he hopped out of the luxury box, just jumped out the window, and crushed a beer with some of the Bills fans.
Nice.
Then jumped back in. So he totally upstaged Swiftie last night. Totally.
Well, I bet you didn't like that.
Well, judging by all the comments that we got from the picture on our fan page on Facebook at 1079thefox.com, most people are okay with that.
Debbie Johnson says, it's not too bad we can't see Taylor. Yeah. John Kembitz wrote, sexiest man right there, folks. Who hell votes for this award?
Cassie actually makes a really good point. She goes, I can't get over how small that beer looks in his hand.
Yeah, that's true.
It does. It does look small. Is the Labatt's blue beer can smaller than normal size?
Is he
can?
drinking little ponies over there? What's going on?
Yeah.
Kelce.
Yeah, Tess says, I just love this guy. He gives me hope for the millennials. Ha. Cindy said, what a nut. Cool and crazy. Brandy says, love him.
Yeah, Mikey Platford says he did a bunch of shots with Bill's Mafia before the game, too.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's fun. That's cool. Good for you, man. Letting your hair down. Letting your belly out.
Yeah, it's like Mikey said, enjoying his retirement. Effing awesome.
Andrea says that she and Judy think that Travis is going to announce his retirement as soon as the Chiefs have finished the season, that he and Jason are retire together. Probably go in the Hall of Fame together, they said. I'm thinking more of a Waffle House.
Then they'll just be crashing luxury boxes at Taylor Swift concerts.
With waffles.
That was fun. That was nice to see that he supports his brother. I assume we'll see it again next weekend in Baltimore.
Right on.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
It's too early.
Too early?
So early.
What day is it?
Today is National Hot Sauce Day.
You want hot sauce? Is this spicy?
That's, hot sauce.
Hot sauce?
Holy hot sauce!
Too spicy, too spicy.
It burned the crap out of my tongue, but I love it.
Happy National Hot Sauce Day.
It's showtime.
Yeah.
I don't know what food it isn't good on. Biscuits and gravy, scrambled eggs,
Right?
toast,
Oh, my God.
popcorn, everything.
Yeah, you put a little Tabasco on any of that.
Pizza.
It just makes it better.
It's just this flavor, baby.
Mm-hmm. Now, in my oldest son, not much into the hot sauce stuff.
No?
In fact, he's one of those that finds ketchup kind of spicy.
That's a Norwegian hot.
Yeah.
I like to call that. Yeah.
So maybe he's going to have to just stick with the ketchup today, not the hot sauce.
Yeah,
So if you're
living
in
on the edge.
If you're in that same boat, just keep that in mind. All right.
Well, he's a cop. I want him to keep his sensibilities about him.
That's right. All right, that Fox forecast looking better and better all the time. Winter weather advisory, though, in effect till 9 this morning. Not really seeing any of that wintry mix here in the metro area, but maybe where you're at, you're getting a little bit of that. Mostly cloudy the rest of today with temps staying in the 20s, and by tomorrow, maybe 30. That full Fox forecast anytime at 1079thefox.com. We are at 21 at 8:04.
Welcome to it, 22nd day of our new year. Yeah, happy Monday. Here's what's shaking in our corner of the globe. Fargo Police Academy begins training 14 new recruits. We should have gotten the whole theme to Fargo or to the Police Academy, just in honor of these guys. Recruits will complete 13 weeks of education directly from active duty officers and detectives working for Fargo PD. The use of police officers as teachers is unique to the Fargo Police Academy, as well as the process of hiring trainees as employees of the police station while they receive their on-the-job training. In total, the students will complete over 400 hours of education before they can be fully licensed peace officers. Busiest year on record for Hector International Airport. That just means more flights coming in and out. They're expanding. Mm-hmm. Things are looking pretty good. This spring, they're beginning the terminal expansion, and will take anywhere from 3 to 4 years to complete, as well as that new parking garage. It's going to be nice to have that up there.
Yeah.
And way to go, Team North Dakota. We took third in the World Snow Sculpting Championship yesterday.
How about that?
Yeah, teams from around the world traveled to Stillwater, Minnesota to create the snow sculptures while competing for some serious prize money. The winners are as follows. We took third. Second place went to Turkey.
Oh.
First place went to the Canadians.
Yeah, where were you, Minnesota and South Dakota? How come you didn't show up in the top 3?
Shaking my head on that one, man. You say your own home state. You don't even qualify. Hey, if you blast the radio to stay awake while driving, you might have sleep apnea.
Oh?
A study found having to use alertness strategies like that can be a strong indicator of it. Other common ones are driving with the windows down, chugging coffee nonstop to stay awake.
I do all the above.
I do too. I try to think about scary things like, that Buffalo kicker today. Just going to the liquor store. That poor kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, especially in Buffalo, where it's a little smaller community there.
Yeah, the mafia's looking for you, pal.
Yeah.
Here's some good news stories for you. A flight attendant got on the loudspeaker to announce a passenger beat cancer and was heading to Jamaica on his honeymoon. And a dog in Michigan saved her owner's life by bringing him a rope after he fell through an icy lake.
Wow.
How about that?
Dang.
More than 500,000 beds sold at retailers like Walmart and Wayfair are under recall because they can break, sag, or collapse during use.
Oh.
Heads up on that. The U.S. airlines with the most legroom are JetBlue and Southwest.
Oh.
Ones with the least are Frontier and Spirit Airlines. Yep.
Right.
And then speaking of airlines, a Boeing plane caught fire in the air over Florida. Did you hear about this?
Ooh, scary, man.
Fortunately, the gust of wind when the door fell off put out any flames. So it's like a defense mechanism, I suppose.
Thank God. That plug just saved many lives.
You're welcome. Your news for right now. You're up to date.
Okay, so still to come here this morning, the voice of the Bison, Sam Niederman, and a recap of his quick picks from the NFL playoffs. Speaking of, well, we've got your sports schedule for today next.
Bass's kick is up, and the kick is no good! A little prophecy! Tyler Bass has struggled, and he just misses the kick.
Boy, the Bills have seen this before, just like the Vikings and their kicking woes.
Pretty much.
But we miss ours to the left again, and they miss theirs to the right. Yeah. Remember Gary Anderson? To the left.
Yeah.
Blair Walsh to the left. And again, they end up losing, which was a thrilling game, but they lost to the Chiefs 27-24. I'm sure they thought they had them right where they wanted them at their place finally. Because a lot of their games against the Chiefs have been in Kansas City. But it still didn't turn out the way they wanted it to, missing that 44-yard field goal there at the end.
That was tough.
Travis Kelce scoring a couple of TDs, dedicating one to Swiftie, gave her a heart sign. And then there was Travis's brother, who was shirtless, crushing beers, drinking with the Bills fans even. Having a
no
good time.
cares given.
No. He was receiving some stares from his wife, who was in the background. But other than that, things were good. I'm sure he's sleeping on the couch this morning. The Chiefs have earned a right to go to Baltimore to take on the Ravens for the AFC Championship. That'll be the first game of next Sunday's doubleheader. The Ravens took care of the Texans back there on Saturday. Meanwhile, Cody Mauch and the Bucs lost to the Lions 23-31. So the Lions, they'll go on to San Francisco to take on the Niners. That'll be the second of the two games in the NFC Championship next Sunday. And, of course, we got to hook back up with old Sarah, the biggest Lions fan we know besides Steve, and see if she's going to make the trip.
Right.
And how she's taking all this in, because I'm sure this is
going to be expensive now. You're going to San Fran.
Right,
that ain't cheap. Yeah.
Exactly.
Sleep on the bus.
And, we got to check in with your witch doctor, the Packer fan.
He's no friend of mine.
And ask him what happened. I thought he had a love potion already.
Yeah. What's up?
Yeah.
Loser.
All right, hey, our Wild are getting healthier, and they're winning. 5-2 last night over the Canes. That's their third win in 4 games. They've got the Caps at home on Tuesday. Tonight on TV, the Wolves hosting the Hornets. And that's at Fox Sports, at Fox Forecast, with a winter weather advisory till 9 this morning. 20s for the daytime high, maybe 30 tomorrow. It's all there at 1079thefox.com. We're still sitting at 21 at 8:13.
Well, we're about to do a recap of the quick picks that Sam Niederman did on Friday, the voice of the Bison. We got the NFL playoffs we're going to talk about coming up shortly. Stick around.
Now, here's the Fox Morning Show
with Sam's 3 quick picks.
On 107.9, The Fox.
Hey, Moose.
Hey! Sam the man Niederman, voice of the Bison, 1660.
And great football mind.
I try to be, fellas. I try to be.
3-1 for the weekend. How about that?
How about you got 75% is pretty commendable.
I thought we were going to go perfect, but then the Bills, oh my goodness, what a letdown for them. I mean, can you imagine being a lifelong Bills fan? That has got to be just heartbreaking this morning.
Yeah, I saw a lot of hanging heads in the crowd.
So, Sammy, they're a mirror image of Viking Nation.
They're our AFC blood brother. Yeah.
They have lost 4 Super Bowls. We have lost 4 Super Bowls. They miss their field goals to the right. We miss our field goals to the left.
We are the yin and yang of the NFL.
It's a spinning image. It really is. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of heartbreak between these two franchises to share it. And yeah, unfortunately, Mike McMahon's pretty familiar with what happened yesterday. I couldn't believe, I mean, literally just like Scott Norwood in the Super Bowl. Why, right? I mean, it couldn't have been more just harkening back. It was what a disaster. And I really felt like that game shifted when they tried that fake punt. I think that's when the stadium just tightened up. And it just felt like it was going to be there for the Chiefs, you know. And Buffalo wasn't able to over. They had the big drop pass by Diggs.
Yeah.
I mean, just what a disaster.
Missed opportunities, absolutely.
A lot.
But it was a heavyweight bout. The game lived up to its billing. They started by saying it was just like Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. This is the next generation.
It was kind of that Brady-Manning dynamic.
And you're all aware of that. You're very familiar with that.
Oh, yeah. No, that was me growing up, my friend. That was me. So I don't know if it's quite to that level. You feel for Allen because he played a great game. I mean, he's running the ball. He's a bowling ball. Nobody can bring him down.
And that sets up another great matchup between two great quarterbacks for next weekend when it will be Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs against Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. The Ravens taking care of the Texans. Really the only blowout of the weekend. You got that one right. You got the Niners over the Packers back there on Saturday, correct? That was a nail-biter. Jordan Love almost had a chance there, but then I don't know, all of a sudden they've been comparing him to Brett Favre, and that's exactly what he looked like in the closing seconds. He threw a pick right there into triple coverage. What was he thinking?
Hilarious.
Oh, my God. Yeah, it was New Orleans all over again. That was, and everybody in America was thinking that because that was the first thing that popped into my head. And I'm texting all my buddies that, and then all of a sudden you see it on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it these days. And, you know, everybody's pulling up the old Favre highlights. But, yeah, rookie mistake for the young man there, right? Rookie mistake.
Yep.
He'll want to have that back, I'm sure. But he played a pretty good game before that. And the Packers, I mean, I thought the Packers were going to keep it close. You know, when they were about in the middle of the third quarter there, I thought they were going to win. I was like, man, I don't see the Niners winning this game. This feels like Green Bay's game. But, you know, the Niners go out and do what they got to do. You know, they get a couple of big runs there by McCaffrey and then, you know, seal it with their defense. So it's going to be a fun championship weekend, guys. I mean, we got two really fun championship games.
And then the other one you got right, of course, yesterday, the earlier game, Cody Mauch and the Bucks. They made a game of it, but they, too, came up short, and they were eliminated and lost to the Lions. So 3-1 for the weekend. You improved to 33-22 overall, my friend.
Not too bad. You know what? These are the ones that count the most here, these championship games. I'm going to take a couple of days here before we recalibrate on Friday to make sure we got the right picks, the right recommendation. I think they're going to be great matchups.
Ever since Popeyes announced that if any bird wins the Super Bowl, we will get free chicken, Dave and I immediately became Ravens fans.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I'll join you guys on that one. That's a great.
I like wings from Popeyes. Heck yeah. Sam Needleman, voice of the Bison, 1660. Rock solid.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.